The Godfather remains one of cinema's greatest and most influential masterpieces, remembered for its powerful storytelling, unforgettable performances, quiet tension, and haunting portrait of family, loyalty, power, and betrayal. In this video, we'll look back at the legendary cast, their real names, ages, iconic roles, and the remarkable careers they built beyond this classic story. We'll also remember the beloved actors who are no longer with us and honor the lasting legacy they left behind on screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic movie memories. Let's return to the shadowed rooms, family loyalties, dangerous choices, and quiet moments of power that made this story one of the most unforgettable landmarks in cinema history. Marlon Brando brought quiet power, emotional depth, and unforgettable dignity to Vito Corleone, the aging patriarch whose calm voice could command more fear than any act of violence. Born Marlon Brando Jr. on the 3rd of April, 1924, in Omaha, Nebraska, he was 47 years old during the main filming and 48 when the film was released in 1972. With his lowered voice, heavy pauses, and watchful eyes, Brando transformed Vito into a man who was both feared and deeply human. He did not play the character as a simple crime boss, but as a father shaped by loyalty, loss, tradition, and power. Every gesture felt carefully lived in, from the way he held his face to the tenderness he showed his family. His performance won the Academy Award for Best Actor and became one of the most studied and admired portrayals in cinema history. Long before this role, Brando had already changed acting with A Streetcar Named Desire, On the Waterfront, and The Wild One, bringing a new realism to the screen. Marlon Brando died in Los Angeles on the 1st of July, 2004, from respiratory failure at the age of 80. His legacy remains tied to a rare kind of screen presence, quiet, dangerous, wounded, and impossible to forget. Robert Duvall brought calm intelligence, quiet loyalty, and understated emotional depth to Tom Hagen, the adopted son and trusted consigliere whose strength came not from violence, but from reason and control. Born Robert Seldon Duvall on the 5th of January, 1931, in San Diego, California, he was 40 years old during the main filming and 41 when the film was released in 1972. With his measured voice, composed expression, and watchful stillness, Duvall made Tom feel like the steady mind inside a world ruled by blood, pride, and fear. He was practical, disciplined, and deeply loyal. Yet beneath his professional calm, there was always a quiet sadness, the pain of belonging to the family, but never completely being one of them. His performance earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor and became one of the most admired portrayals of controlled power in American cinema. Beyond this role, Duvall built an extraordinary career with unforgettable performances in To Kill a Mockingbird, Apocalypse Now, Tender Mercies, Lonesome Dove, and The Apostle. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor for Tender Mercies. Robert Duvall died in Middleburg, Virginia, on the 15th of February, 2026, at the age of 95. His legacy remains tied to subtle truth, quiet authority, and a character whose intelligence made silence feel powerful. James Caan brought explosive energy, fierce loyalty, and raw emotion to Sonny Corleone, the hot-tempered eldest son whose love for his family was as powerful as his rage. Born James Edmund Caan on the 26th of March 1940 in the Bronx, New York, he was 31 years old during the main filming and 32 when the film was released in 1972. With his restless movements, sharp voice, and intense physical presence, Caan made Sonny feel dangerously alive in every scene. He was impulsive, proud, and often reckless, yet beneath the anger was a brother and son driven by deep affection and wounded pride. His performance captured the tragedy of a man who acted from the heart before thinking of the consequences. The role earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor and became one of the defining performances of his career. Beyond this iconic part, Caan built a long and respected career with memorable roles in Brian's Song, Thief, Misery, The Gambler, and Elf, showing both toughness and surprising warmth. James Caan died in Los Angeles on the 6th of July, 2022, from a heart attack caused by coronary artery disease at the age of 82. His legacy remains tied to passion, charisma, and a character whose fire still burns in the memory of audiences. Diane Keaton brought intelligence, innocence, and quiet emotional strength to Kay Adams, the woman who entered Michael Corleone's world with love, hope, and a belief that he could remain different from the family around him. Born Diane Hall on the 5th of January 1946 in Los Angeles, California, she was 25 years old during the main filming and 26 when the film was released in 1972. With her clear voice, thoughtful eyes, and natural vulnerability, Keaton made Kay feel like an outsider, slowly realizing the darkness behind the man she loved. She was gentle, but never weak. Her silence often carried confusion, disappointment, and moral fear as Michael moved further away from the life he once promised her. Her performance gave the story an emotional contrast, showing the cost of power through the eyes of someone who still hoped for honesty. After this breakthrough, Keaton became one of Hollywood's most original stars, winning the Academy Award for Best Actress for Annie Hall, and later appearing in Manhattan, Reds, Baby Boom, Father of the Bride, The First Wives Club, and Something's Gotta Give. Diane Keaton died in Santa Monica, California, on the 11th of October 2025, from pneumonia at the age of 79. Her legacy remains tied to originality, warmth, and a woman whose quiet heartbreak made the family's tragedy feel deeply personal. John Cazale brought heartbreaking vulnerability, quiet pain, and unforgettable humanity to Fredo Corleone, the fragile middle son whose longing for respect made him one of the story's most tragic figures. Born John Holland Cazale on the 12th of August, 1935, in Revere, Massachusetts. He was 36 during the main filming and 37 when the film was released in 1972. With his nervous expressions, hesitant voice, and wounded eyes, Cazale made Fredo feel painfully real, a man trapped between love for his family and the fear that he would never be strong enough to belong. He did not need grand speeches to reveal the character's sadness. Even a silence or uncertain glance carried deep emotional weight. His performance gave the family drama a softer and more devastating dimension. Though his career was brief, Cazale appeared in only 5 feature films, all of which were nominated for Best Picture, including The Conversation, Dog Day Afternoon, and The Deer Hunter. John Cazale died in New York City on the 12th of March, 1978, from lung cancer at the age of 42. His legacy remains tied to rare sensitivity, emotional truth, and a character whose loneliness still lingers long after the screen fades. Richard S. Castellano brought warmth, humor, and streetwise authority to Peter Clemenza, the loyal Kappa regime whose relaxed manner often hid a sharp understanding of power and survival. Born Richard Salvatore Castellano on the 4th of September 1933 in the Bronx, New York, he was 38 years old during the main filming, and still 38 when the film was released in 1972. With his easy smile, heavy presence, and natural rhythm of speech, Castellano made Clemenza feel like a man who belonged completely to his world. He could be friendly, almost fatherly, one moment, and quietly dangerous the next, giving the character a memorable balance of charm and menace. His delivery of some of the story's most quoted lines added humor without weakening the tension around him. Before this role, Castellano had already earned an Academy Award nomination for Lovers and Other Strangers, proving his talent for finding humanity in colorful characters. Richard S. Castellano died in North Bergen, New Jersey, on the 10th of December, 1988, from a heart attack at the age of 55. His legacy remains tied to authenticity, timing, and a supporting performance that became impossible to separate from the film's lasting cultural memory. Abe Vigoda brought quiet tension, weary intelligence, and memorable restraint to Salvatore Tessio, the trusted Kappa regime, whose calm exterior concealed a dangerous sense of survival. Born Abraham Charles Vigoda on the 24th of February 1921 in Brooklyn, New York, he was 50 years old during the main filming, and 51 when the film was released in 1972. With his solemn face, heavy eyes, and low, deliberate voice, Vigoda made Tessio feel like a man who had spent a lifetime watching, waiting, and understanding the rules of power. He was not loud or theatrical. His strength came from stillness, caution, and the quiet weight he carried in every scene. That made his final betrayal feel even more painful, because it came from someone who had once seemed deeply woven into the family's trust. Vigoda's performance turned a supporting role into one of the story's most unforgettable figures. Afterward, he became widely known as Detective Phil Fish on Barney Miller and its spin-off Fish, showing a gift for dry humor as well as drama. Abe Vigoda died in Woodland Park, New Jersey, on the 26th of January 2016, at the age of 94. His legacy remains tied to subtle power, unforgettable presence, and a character whose quiet words still echo with regret. Sterling Hayden brought rugged authority, quiet menace, and a sense of hard-earned realism to Captain Mark McCluskey, the corrupt police officer whose arrogance helped push the story toward one of its most decisive turning points. Born Sterling Relaya Walter on the 26th of March 1916 in Upper Montclair, New Jersey, he was 55 years old during the main filming and 56 when the film was released in 1972. With his towering frame, weathered face, and gravelly voice, Hayden made McCluskey feel intimidating before he even raised his hand or spoke a threat. The character was brutal, entitled, and deeply compromised, yet Hayden played him with a calm confidence that made his danger feel disturbingly believable. His presence gave the restaurant scene its heavy tension, turning every pause and glance into a warning that violence was near. Long before this role, Hayden had built a distinctive career in film noir and classic cinema, appearing in The Asphalt Jungle, Johnny Guitar, and later Dr. Strangelove. He was also a decorated World War II veteran and an experienced sailor, which added to the rough authenticity he carried on screen. Sterling Hayden died in Sausalito, California, on the 23rd of May, 1986, from prostate cancer at the age of 70. His legacy remains tied to strength, complexity, and a screen presence that could make silence feel as dangerous as action. Al Lettieri brought cold confidence, quiet danger, and ruthless ambition to Virgil the Turk, Sollozzo, the drug trafficker whose calculated plans set a brutal chain of events in motion. Born Alessandro Lettieri on the 24th of February, 1928, in New York City, he was 43 years old during the main filming and 44 when the film was released in 1972. With his heavy stare, controlled voice, and calm but threatening presence, Lettieri made Sollozzo feel like a man who never wasted a word or a movement. He was not loud or reckless. His menace came from patience, intelligence, and the belief that business mattered more than loyalty or tradition. Every scene with him carried tension, especially because his polite manner could turn dangerous in an instant. Lettieri's performance gave the character a grounded realism that made the conflict feel sharper and more personal. After this role, he continued to build a strong image as a tough, commanding screen presence in films such as The Getaway, Mr. Majestic, and McHugh. Al Lettieri died in New York City on the 18th of October, 1975, from a heart attack at the age of 47. His legacy remains tied to intensity, restraint, and a villain whose quiet ambition changed the fate of an entire family. Lenny Montana brought intimidating silence, raw physical power, and unexpected vulnerability to Luca Brasi, the feared enforcer whose loyalty to the Corleone family made him unforgettable despite limited screen time. Born Leonardo Passafaro on the 13th of March, 1926, in Brooklyn, New York, he was 45 years old during the main filming and 46 when the film was released in 1972. With his massive frame, heavy stare, and nervous, almost childlike effort to speak respectfully to Vito, Montana made Luca feel both terrifying and strangely human. He did not need long dialogue to leave an impression. His presence alone created fear, tension, and curiosity. One of his most memorable moments came from the way he rehearsed his words, showing that even a brutal man could feel anxious in front of someone he deeply respected. Before acting, Montana was a professional wrestler and later worked as an enforcer, experiences that gave his performance a rough authenticity that could not be faked. After this role, he appeared in films such as The Jerk, The Funny Farm, and Bloodsong. Lenny Montana died in Lindenhurst, New York, on the 12th of May, 1992, from a heart attack at the age of 66. His legacy remains tied to quiet menace, absolute loyalty, and a character whose brief appearance became part of cinema history. Al Pacino brought quiet intensity, emotional control, and haunting transformation to Michael Corleone, the youngest son whose journey from reluctant outsider to ruthless leader became one of cinema's most powerful character arcs. Born Alfredo James Pacino on the 25th of April 1940 in New York City, he was 31 years old during the main filming and 32 when the film was released in 1972. With his dark eyes, restrained voice, and ability to express conflict through silence, Pacino made Michael feel both vulnerable and dangerous. At first, he appeared distant from the family's violent world, a war veteran hoping for a different life. But as loss, loyalty, and power closed around him, every glance and pause revealed a colder man, slowly taking shape. His performance earned an Academy Award nomination and helped turn him into one of the defining actors of his generation. After this breakthrough, Pacino built an extraordinary career, with roles in Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, Scarface, Heat, The Insider, and Scent of a Woman, for which he won the Academy Award for Best Actor. As of June 2026, Al Pacino is 86 years old and remains a legendary figure in film and theater. His legacy is tied to intensity, courage, and a character whose silence could speak louder than any words. Talia Shire brought emotional honesty, vulnerability, and quiet resilience to Connie Corleone, the youngest child of the family whose painful journey revealed the human cost of loyalty, control, and tradition. Born Talia Rose Coppola on the 25th of April, 1946, in New York City, she was 25 years old during the main filming and 26 when the film was released in 1972. With her expressive eyes, fragile voice, and deeply natural reactions, Shire made Connie feel like a young woman trapped between love, fear, and the powerful expectations surrounding her. At first, she appeared sheltered and dependent, caught in a marriage filled with humiliation and violence. But beneath that pain was a strength that would grow over time, turning her into one of the family's most emotionally complex figures. Her performance gave the story a raw domestic sadness, reminding audiences that the damage caused by power often begins inside the home. As a member of the Coppola family, Shire was closely connected to the world behind the camera, yet her work stood on its own. She later earned Academy Award nominations for The Godfather Part 2 and Rocky, where she played Adrian with unforgettable tenderness. As of June 2026, Talia Shire is 80 years old. Her legacy remains tied to emotional truth, quiet endurance, and women whose strength often rises from heartbreak. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed looking back at the Godfather cast and the stories behind their unforgettable roles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite character, most powerful scene, or most memorable line in the comments. See you in the next video.